What is up? What 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 up? Today's episode of the internet is fresh start because it's been a few days, and I figured it was a good time to check my accounts out and take a look. See here. Let's just pop it open here. We got 25.6 mil pure essence in 140 hours, which is 5 days, 20 hours. I forgot to invest 10 mil, so I lost out on roughly, based on the rate of gain I got. What is it? 9.6. So we'll just go like shit. 9.6 divided by 29,000 is what I ended up averaging here. Per day. Whoops. So I'm just gonna divide that by 20. And if we just did 29,000 divided by 24 to get the hourly, and then times that times 140, 169,000 per account times 20 roughly. I think it would have been 20. I lost out on a potential another 3.2 to 3.3 mil by not investing that, so that's shame on me. But whatever. So we got 25.6 mil. Oh, I drew paints to show that I have proof of whatever. 5 days, 18 hours. I just rounded up to 520 because they were all kind of that. And then here's more pictures of those accounts just real quickly so you guys can kind of see what went on. Most of them bought out, you know what I mean, pretty close to 500K each here. So I got pretty close to 500K on all the accounts in the 140 hours, almost 6 days or whatever. And the math came out to one set was 28.4K, one set of 20, another set was 33.15K per account. And then the last one was like 29. I forgot to write it down. But yeah, so this is our yield from that, those 60 accounts in about 6 days. And now I'm going to try my best to try to sell. And I was going to do it here and then just clip it, like, because, you know, I'm trying to, like, at least split the clips up and make this a little bit more less lengthy for everybody to see the results. So I'm going to sell 25, what am I saying, 25.6 mil PS. I'm going to say 1.6 and then see if anybody bites. And then we'll see what happens. I'm kind of scared too because whatever. Plus, let's see what happens here. That'd be really cool to get that. If we got that, what would we get? 25.6 million. I almost don't want to do the math because I know it's not going to be this much, but I'd be able to get 40 mil. Our last record was about 7 days ago, 810. I might have to just like drop the price down or whatever, but whatever. Our last net worth is 68.48 mil. And, well, it's divided by 1.6. Let's see what we're probably going to get, which is going to be probably 1.4. 35, well, divided by 1.4 times 0.4. This will give us our profit. So we'll go from 68 to 78 mil. Oh, did I cover that up? Sorry. Yeah. So this is probably going to be a clip while I try to find a price. Try to find a seller or a buyer. So if I got them for 0.6, that's an extra 2 mil or 5 mil, right? Divided by 0.4 times 0.6. That'd be insane. Whoops. I didn't mean to hit enter, but I just wanted to do that, just kind of like spice it up. But yeah, it is what it is. This is why I like to recommend to people that... Nice. Cool. So we meet in the middle. I started at 1.6 to anchor. It's a negotiation tactic I looked up. It's called anchoring. It's where you you pick what you want in your head, but then go above it. I mean, it's common. It's common, whatever. Common tactics. It's just like a times 1 million. And then we're going to take this times 1.5. It's anchoring or whatever. So we're going to get 38.4 out of this. He'll do the multiplication. And if it's over 38.4, we know we got a profit. But my math was based on 1.4. So now that we got that extra, perfect. 38.4 mil, yep. Oh. Cool. So we made the profit, right? So that is a sale confirmed. I did it live for you guys. But okay, just to quickly try to remember, I wish I had written it down. But it's called anchoring. So you want 1.4, but like it doesn't, you don't lose anything. This is where the anxiety comes in. This is why I wanted to trade about like fire roots and stuff, all the grand exchange stuff, because I want people to avoid the feeling I feel when I try to like bargain with people or whatever. But when I started at 1.6, and this isn't a surefire method, but I just wanted to try it out, and I'm glad it kind of worked live there, is that you start with you want 1.4, but then you go above it to anchor your price, so you get a better chance of landing at the price that you actually want. So then, yeah, so there's that. Okay, so now 1.5. Shit, what was the runes? 25.6 times 0.5, 12.8 mil profit. So that just really, it kind of sucks I didn't get that other 20 accounts running as well, but it is what it is. What it is. We got the money. I'm gonna hand these out to the other accounts, and they're all gonna. I would put 500K on each account. This 500K on each account roughly gives me what does it give me? It gives me about 6 days before I have to check again, so it's really good for me. I'm gonna turn that down a touch just to make sure that's not too loud. But yeah, so really good sale. Let's do the math real quickly here. So I profited 12.8 mil. From 8.10, what is today? 8.18, 24. So this must have been like midway through day. So we'll just do 7 days. I mean, it's 8 days, right? Well, whatever. I mean, I'm going off of the screenshot here. We can see from the screenshot from this paint document that all my accounts were adjusted 5 days, 18 hours ago. Or 5 days, 20 hours ago. So whatever. I don't know why it doesn't quite line up here with this document. I must have recorded it wrong or something like that. But I just like, from the last Fresh Start episode, I just made the trade and then whatever. So I mean, like, this is kind of just, it kind of shows inaccurate. I wish I remember. I'll dig through videos, maybe try to figure it out for the next one. But whatever. So we got 140 hours. That's what I'm doing. 140 hours in between. And we netted 12.8. Profit. But you break that down over 60 accounts, that's pretty freaking good, bro. Take that over 60, it's 213 divided by 140. 1.53, take that times 24. This is how we get to our daily rate. And we broke the barrier. I was at 29K before when I was doing the math and complaining about it in the Discord. But now, because I got that 0.1 from that little anchoring trick, just the confidence it gave me to try it out, I made an extra 7K per account per day, which is really awesome. That's really cool. Really happy with that. So we're getting 36K per day per account. We need to get the donation, so it's 1.2, so we need 8.6 mil that's in the pot. Really cool. So how much per day did we get overall, though? So 36 times this times 6. 219 per day times 60. No, oh, divided by 6, sorry. Because I didn't mean to do that. So we did 2.194 mil per day. It seems right. 12, 8, divided by 6. 2.1 mil per day. I think that's pretty freaking sweet. And for a free-to-play method, bro, like, so good. And this is just whatever, you know. Like, I'm still debating in my mind. Like, somebody asked me before, and won't you kill the method, bringing awareness to it? And yeah, this particular set of items maybe, but I mean, like, it's so obvious that, like, it's the most volume in the game. I feel like if it was killable. So a couple things I think are going to happen. I just want to comment about this a little bit before I like kind of move on. But a couple things are going to happen here, I think, from killing this account or killing this method. So one of the levers I thought of is bots. And as botters come into the game, they obviously do free-to-play methods, and one of them would be trading, trying to like snipe trades, and they would obviously pick the same things that I'm picking because it's a safe investment for them as well. I would imagine, but that's just a speculation. Another speculation I have is that you know, people may see my content, people may come up with this idea, then try the idea out, and they may start winning. So like earlier in the series, when I was making like 90K per day or something, like I was doing double the profit. So like if you join in at a time, you're making like 90K per account, because there was also less accounts. That's what I remember, because it was like, but it ended up being like 90K per account. So it was like riding high, high riding, and then you have an elemental day where like the LA runes are splitting between 4 and 6, so it's really hard to predict where the profit is. And that feels really bad to not get the gains that you were expecting. And I'm speaking from experience here, and maybe other players have a better resilience to this type of thing than I do. But I have had multiple experiences where I quit RuneScape for a year, maybe longer, because when I first started flipping, maybe I talked about this in another one, I got gifted 200 mil from a friend because he was quitting. And then I became like a flipper, and I got really hot on the Onyxes before they really plummeted down to like 1 mil or whatever the heck they are. I don't know. This isn't a members account, so. I remember I'd gotten my bank up to like 600 mil, 700 mil or something like that. And then I was like, oh my God, these Onyxes are free money. So I just kept buying more and more and more and more and more instead of diversifying. And then I did one bad trade. And I remember my net worth going from over 500 mil to about 100 mil. And like I watched the Onyxes drop below me, and I was holding them, thinking they'd go back up. Never went back up. And then I lost a significant portion of my bank. I think it was like something like 70% or something like that. Something crazy. I remember just being upset for weeks, and I stopped playing RuneScape. And I still didn't sell the Onyxes until I had a conversation with my brother. He said, bro, like, you gotta take the L, bro, like, whatever. So then I did. And I sold it, and then that pain made me not care about taking losses ever again, like the same way. So if we have a slow season like in the LA runes or whatever, I kind of just, that's why I set my objective for go for 30K. And if I miss that objective with my accounts, I start strategizing on how I can move them around and stuff like that. But I think that's also one of the levers that might be at play. I think a lot of people who get into finances, not like real finances too, I'd imagine, because like the feeling would be a lot worse. But that's another little funny story. The finances of RuneScape, like they may not have the stomach to lose money. So I feel like that, like they would do well while it's doing well, but then may find that it's not worth their time and not willing to commit to it if it's not easy, free money. So I mean, like I feel like that's a thing that like people may come in and try it out and may increase competition in the space, but because it's so freaking brain dead to grind out free to play flippers, like, you know what I mean? Like anybody who's done this, I'm sure you've hit a wall on some level when you're creating the accounts. Like, oh yeah, man, if I did all this, I can make all this extra money. But then you like go to the computer and you go to turn it. This has happened to me many, 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 many times in my grind, that you like turn it on, you're like, okay, so I have this much time in the day, I can get done with like 40 accounts today if I really just put my mind to it. And then by the end of the day, I haven't done a single thing. And then because you failed that day, then that compounds, and then it becomes, it's hard to break out of that rut and stuff like that. So I feel like that may be a play too. So maybe this won't be a method that gets killed, but you never know. If it's like proven successful consecutively and I gain more of a viewership, anything can happen maybe, or somebody else picks up my idea, or like let's say flipping old school watches one of my episodes and goes, wow, that's a really good idea. I know how to do that better because I'm the best, and he's probably better than me. I mean, he's flipping old school, whatever. And he just like, because he's already started a series like this when I looked him up actually. And I'm sure he would be able to like, he has such a more nuanced view of the of just the general economy of RuneScape in the first place. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. Essentially, you just adapt to the strategies and just kind of try to like expand and adapt to the strategies, because like having the free-to-play accounts is like owning a machine that produces a good, and then it's up to you to how to operate that machine to generate the income that you're looking for. So yeah, so this is kind of my thoughts there. I know that was another little wrong tangent, but that's kind of what you sign up for when you subscribe to me. So with that being said, if you are this far into this episode and you are not subscribed, you should subscribe, because man, I don't have any other reasons except for, you know, I'm trying to help you make some money. So yeah, if you could subscribe, link down below in the Discord so we can all talk, hang out, and talk about multi-scape and trading strategy, stuff like that. I'm in there all the time. Pretty active. There's a few talkers, few yappers in there that like to just have, you know, riff around. So there's always somebody to talk to in there usually. And I'd like to just build it up to get to, we're at like 64 members. It'd be kind of cool to get to a couple hundred just so we can kind of keep like a flow going, just a constant stream of communication going. It'd be really cool. Anyway, yeah. So what's next here? So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I have 47 mil here, and I have access. I'd show you guys the document, but I don't want to show you the emails to all my accounts. But I have more accounts ready to go, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to 40 of my accounts. They were sitting at about $1 mil, so I can wait another 6 days to get reimbursed. There's 20 accounts that do need to get the 500K back to them. And then what I think I'm going to do is, so we got 47 mil here. Let's just do, what is it, 500K? So it's going to be 10 mil. 10 mil, take away 47. Whoops. Yeah, 37 mil here. And then if I just break that up, so if I just take that times 2, I think I'm just going to recruit 74 more accounts. Or something like that. I'm just going to give, I think I'm just going to give 74 more accounts 500K, and then we're just going to try to bleed the high alchemy market. So let's go on to the forecast. So let's talk about the runes and stuff like that. So that's the end of the RuneScape part of that, and then we're just going to go to the forecast now. Here, I don't want to cover up too much, but I want you to be able to see my hands. Anyway. So here's fire runes. We're still seeing kind of light in the volume. If you guys remember from when the first started before our Dead Man mode Armageddon, we were seeing about like 400 to 500 mil. That's kind of what we want to see. But this is it's a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was like 100 mil. There's a few days with 100 mil, and as you can see, if we look at the chart here, we've been seeing some breakouts and then come back down to 5.4. If we look at the splits, we're seeing a lot more supply coming in. As you can see, a lot of little dumps are happening here on the low end. So maybe fire runes, if they could hold this rhythm, then we could finally get back into a 5.4 season, and I can start like lighting it, or we can all start getting more elemental runes here. If we go back to the main screen, here assets, 224 mil. Again, that was another one of those items. We want to see 400 mil. 200 mil ain't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And we're seeing peaks these are kind of indications that there is a lower supply. So we're seeing a lot of peaks here, so that means there's periods of time where people have to pay 2 to get pure essence because there's a lack in the market, lack of supply. Feathers have been going weird. This area, they've been mentioning in the Discord, there's people doing callouts for feathers. I don't normally mess with feathers because I see feathers have this is a year at 2.3. But most of the time it's at 3.3. It looks like it's a 2, but there's not usually people selling for 2 to get sales. go ahead and maybe try it out. Maybe this is finally changing. But yeah, if we look at the 7 days here, it's going from 2 to 4. That is unheard of for me. Like, the entire time I've been doing this over 2 years, I have never seen this. So this is really weird, but kind of cool. Maybe it's becoming a viable item that people can start to get now. Get lucky and get some purchases. If we look at the day, yeah, the split is still really biased towards 3. So I don't know. Feathers are looking weird, but I just kind of want to start watching that every day now, or every time we look. Oh yeah, I should probably do a 7-day forecast because I'm doing. Can we check daily volume or weekly volume? I don't think so. I guess we could see a daily volume, but I just recommend you guys just check this daily volume, and then a good fire rune will be like 400 mil, 300 to 400 mil. If you see that, you're seeing a lot of good volume for buying it for. If it's a little bit lighter, you're gonna get less, and you're gonna need to diversify to hit your goal of 30K per day. If you're gonna match me, maybe it's less for you, maybe it's okay. I think you could be able to get 15K a day, hypothetically. With the half the volume, you're going to get about half the profit, if that makes sense. That's just me spitballing, though. Air runes seem to do pretty okay. I mean, air runes kind of always lagged behind the air. Water, earth runes have always lagged behind fire runes or whatever. This seems okay. I don't think it's like crazy good. I don't think it's crazy bad, though. But if we look at the week forecast, they've been kind of holding 5-4, so maybe they're starting to lower down into a capturable margin for us to like capture that. So airs I would give a shot before fires right now, actually, and then also water runes, same thing. We look over the 7-day, they've been holding at 5-4, so maybe they're starting to stabilize down. As you can see here, we have a dump here at 1.7 mil on the low end, which kind of indicates to me that some catches are available for us to get at 4. Maybe, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been checking these during the start, so I can't really speak from experience from the fresh start, because I've only been really rolling between pure essence and fire runes, but these look like they're worth trying for a couple days and seeing what happened here. I had a couple people say in the Discord that earth runes are doing pretty good for getting purchases, and I kind of want to agree with them because, you know, they've been holding 7 days at 5-4, and they have a volume of 97 or 94 million. The volume before on earth runes while we were in our fire craze, the fire sale was about like 50 to 70 mil a day, and that was like on average for like the week to week or day over day. And now they seem to be hovering around where everybody else is kind of chilling at, so I think that that's a decent one to try out. Those are the ones we normally cover here. Again, I just want to kind of show everybody that you can go to all items here. How you can find other picks is that if you do that, you apply filters. You can hit show only free to play, and then you can pop that lower again, and then just hover over to the daily volume button, click it twice, and then it'll show you all the items here that are free to play that have a high volume. And I would consider any item worth choosing. Show 100 items, please. I would say pretty much anything over 1 million, I would try to purchase. Over 1 million, under 100 GP, just for simplicity's sake, because like and mind you, 1 million's gonna maybe take a little bit more time to sell back because it's only 1 million a day. Okay, keep that in mind. And then also the other thing I would try to trade would be under 100, just to avoid that tax, just so we don't have to worry about tax. So like maybe the I knew it. I don't know. But that's how I find picks. And like for instance, let's see here. Maybe even Rune Essence would be kind of cool. I've tried the arrows. Iron arrows I've tried. They do pretty good. Mithril arrows do pretty good. Adamant arrows do pretty good. Grapes do pretty good. Maple logs do pretty good. I haven't tried a vial of water. Maybe it does pretty good. Maybe jugs do pretty good. Who knows? You never know. You never know. And yeah, so that's all of it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'm really glad to be back and to be talking to you guys and to be doing a fresh start episode instead of me trying to pull content out of my butt with this other bounty hunting, which I have to get back to this. So then the beginner's guide is done, and I have to do Osrs Economy 2024, which I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, but I'm going to have all day tomorrow to think about that at work. So that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, last part of the fresh start, I'm going to just recruit as many accounts as I can get going, and then I'll see you when I see you guys. Peace out. Subscribe. Discord down below. Bye. See you later. Ha ha ha.